Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SASE 2021. We're all ready to go with Carto 80% on the Xbox Series X, with Steve TV Online running it for you, and commentary provided to you by Mod366. Take it away, you two.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. This game is very interesting when it comes to gameplay because it is a puzzler. But if you've ever been stuck on a puzzle and you just want to get to the solutions faster, that's what this game is about. We are going to be moving puzzle pieces. But Mod will actually be able to explain a little bit of that story coming up. Say hello.
Hey guys.
He's not he's part of the community, but not part of the community yet. He's still learning the run and stuff like that, but he's here to help with the story because there's some parts of the game that I have to focus on a little bit, and I'll have him do some story while I'm doing that. But anyway, the timing will begin the second that I hit beginning here. In 3, 2, 1, go. So what happens here at the very beginning, Mod? What exactly is going to happen?
Well, we see a grandma and her and a little girl. Well, a little girl and her grandma in a cutscene that we skip, and the girl is a cartographer, and she kind of lost some pieces of the map, but and she also fell down of an airship and thus lands on this island. But as she's a cartographer, she can work with maps. And what she can do is rearrange map pieces to rearrange the landscape. And yeah, use that to traverse through, through the game and find more map pieces that lead to more map pieces or more story or more puzzles. And yeah, that's basically what you do in this game. You find map pieces, arrange them. Map pieces have to share an identical edge so that you can put them next to each other. So sometimes when Steve moves the map pieces, you see a red border. That means that the border does not align properly, and you can't place the map piece there. Um, and here we are at an island of a nomad tribe that uh, celebrates the coming of age of one of the girls. The coming of age is at 15, and this tribe has a tradition that then they travel through. Well, they leave by a boat and never return to this island. But the girl Cheyenne doesn't really want to leave, or at least she doesn't want to leave forever. So we kind of have to talk her into it a bit, and yeah, that's that's basically the first part of the story here.
Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm placing these in a specific order for the sole purpose of in the future there's going to be a reason that all these are going to be placed in this specific order as well as being combined. Um you'll see that near the end of the game, but placing these in this particular order is actually the fastest. We have a guide online by the world record holder Nagel. Uh, he uh he has a whole route planned out and everything. So as long as you follow that, um, this is a puzzle game, and you wouldn't think that there's any tricks, but there's actually quite a few tricks. And as long as you know where everything needs to be placed, then you can breeze through this game in no time. This is actually, in my opinion, one of the... I run over 30 speed runs, and this is one of the most new speedrun friendly games I've ever played in my entire life. It's just moving pieces into specific spots, and as long as you know where they're at, then you're good.
Yeah, that's basically it. Most of the most of the puzzles are really place the map pieces in the proper location or adjacent to the proper other map pieces, and then you're good. And as long as you can remember what to do with what piece, then you're good to go.
All right. So basically, this is all just the matching section right here at the very beginning here. This is her leaving, Cheyenne leaving, and everybody is saying their goodbyes on the ship. When they leave, they are not to return back to the island. That's the whole point behind their coming of age. But also, we're coming up on my favorite line in the entire game. I love, love, love this line that's coming up. It's so funny to me. They're gonna talk. Cheyenne knows that she's not to return, but she says this line saying, "Thank you, everybody. We'll be right back." And then everybody starts talking, and then the little kid talks, saying, "Chase the lobsters for. Say hi to the lobsters." And this guy says, "That poodle's talking." Calling the little kid a poodle, I don't know. It was just really funny. It's always really funny to me for some reason.
I mean, that guy also thinks he's seeing mermaids. So yeah, I think his vision's not the best, or his mind's not the best, either of which. I most certainly think it's more the vision.
Yep. Alright. So now we are into the grasslands, and there is quite a few things that I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be placing this over here, then placing this down, so we can go and talk to the kid. What's going on with this kid?
The kid is a shepherd, and he just constantly falls asleep while at work, while watching the sheep, and the sheep just run away. So now you have to help him collect his sheep, but the sheep won't follow you, because they don't like you. So we have to find a way to make the sheep like us. And the guy Mo gives us a hint that this lady here, who is it a rhythm farmer, if I remember correctly?
I guess you could call her that. Shaman, whatever you want to call her. Yeah. I guess she won't care.
I think the official title is the rhythm farmer, but I'm not sure.
There we go.
So
I couldn't find it. It was hiding from me.
Yeah, she tells us which plant they really like to eat, so we collect that plant, give the sheep that plant to eat, and then they follow us.
Alright, so we also have a little trick that I'm going to show off. It doesn't save any time, it's just really funny to me. So we're going to go into here, and we're going to turn this. The sheep are now turned sideways. It does absolutely nothing for the story, it's just hilarious to see. We're face up, but they're sideways. So now we're going to go here, and we're going to move that in. That's one of the new perks behind this game, is that there's some hidden things in the game that you have to do specific things in order to reveal. And that one was to get all of the
all of those flower bushes in a circle, basically, so that a huge field of those flower bushes could appear.
All right. Yeah. So, coming up right here, there is a frame perfect trick. This is probably the only time I'm gonna say that, but this is like a frame perfect trick. Got it. Okay. So we're gonna move that into place, and then we're gonna move up here. Those letters that fell down were actually from Granny. And, going and collecting those wastes a little bit of time because you have to read the letters. Oops. Sorry, I have to move these in a specific order. So I can go over here and grab this. And then we are going to put that right there. And then we're going to pop this like down here. Move this down here. Move this like that. Move this down here, this here. All right. We're all set up for the rest of the level.
Yeah, so basically, what Steve is doing is, as we already said, setting up the puzzle pieces for future puzzles, as well as the very end of the game. Because at the very end of the game, you have to rearrange all the puzzle pieces for all the maps, all the map pieces, so that they build one combined map. And if you haven't done that during the level itself, then you have to waste time to do that. So we arrange them right now in a way that they will be all connected.
So what's going on right here, Mod? I know I'm going through the story quite fast.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Let me pull up my notes. So right here, we.
Oh, also before you start, Mod, did we is the incentive met double for cheer up the plant?
I had a look at it and it's not met, unfortunately.
It is not met. Okay, that's fine.
Nope,
Anyway.
that is correct. We did not meet the incentive. But if I may take some time for donation, to read the donation, because we do have one.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
We've got $20 from your none other than your commentary partner here, Mod366. $20 saying, "Do you want to build a snowman?" Well, I know Steve doesn't like doing it, so I definitely want him to. That this will also help Autism Research is just a bonus. Which means we have met the Build a Snowman incentive.
Thanks, Mod.
Love you, Steve. I hate to do it, you know me.
No, I knew you were gonna do it. I had a feeling. But anyway, with all of that, we had to find Ganga, who was stuck inside of the forest, and that's why I had all that stuff lined up in a specific order. And now that we've done that, we had to get Ganga just so we could get a celebration branch, basically. So we could do this party. So the cheer at the plant incentive would have been right here. All those plants were, if you looked, all those plants were waving back and forth to the music, but there was one plant up at the very top right of the screen that unfortunately did not get to celebrate with everybody else. And we would have at this point gone back out to clap and get the points for it, or cheer him up, as I did before. All right, so now we have to do a little bit of arranging here. So if you want to talk about any story or anything, go for it.
Yeah. So if my notes are correct, the next part that we are going to go for is finding a flower called the Ghost Lily. That Ganga has told us about if we had spoken to him at a specific time. That Ghost Lily appears at the head of a river that we are currently standing at in that map tile. However, there are certain conditions on when the Ghost Lily will appear, and yeah, we do have to have the river facing east, with a bridge at the end of it, and then yeah, we have to hide now, because otherwise the Ghost Lily won't appear if people are around. So everybody hide, and then we just hope the Ghost Lily will appear.
Yeah, they just Ganga managed to find the Ghost Lily and know how it spawned, and that's how it shows up here. So everybody's quiet, hiding, and the Ghost Lily appears for us. What do you know?
Isn't it a beautiful flower? Would be
It
a
is.
shame.
Wait.
It would... No.
Bradley, why? Bradley.
Bradley, what
So-
did you do?
Yeah, why did you scare it away, Bradley?
Yeah.
Shame on Bradley.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple more things I think I have to do. I'm just drawing a blank here. This is the one that I need to get rid of. There we go. Alright, we're good now. This will make so much more sense once you see it in action later on. I promise.
Yeah. So yeah, we try to untangle the ghost lily, jump on its petals, and well, off we go. But well, there was nothing there, so I guess we drop.
All right, here we go. I am not a fan of this chapter.
And here we are at the Wildwood.
So, you saw those little, oops. That was weird. That's fine. You saw those little, hoots or whatever, the marks? That was from an owl that was telling us that we had to go and make a circle specifically.
Yep. And we did the circle, and Chirp appears, one of the messengers that are in the Wildwoods. And they're here because of Mother, the Mother Tree, that is guarded by one messenger called the Guardian, as you would expect. And well, Mother is at the end of her life, and then a ritual takes place, in which all the messengers from the different tribes each come with a sapling.
Okay. So you can skip this cutscene completely.
Okay.
I just went a little bit too far up there, but we saw it, so we might as well just continue on. This is the only RNG portion of this entire section here.
Yeah, so you may have seen those trees with cloth wrapped around it. They show in which direction we need to leave this map piece in order to solve the puzzle. So yeah, story-wise, those messengers come with saplings to the dying mother tree. The mother tree then selects one of the saplings to grow, and that sapling will be the regrowth of mother. And the messenger that took the sapling there will be the next guardian. And that's
all right. Here's another cutscene skip. Cool, we're good.
Great.
I did it correctly that time. All right.
So in these foggy areas, you always get a hint in which direction to leave the map piece. In that one, we had a broken down tree pointing into the direction that you needed to go.
All right. And then here is I really like this one for some reason. This is one of my favorite ones. The trees are blowing in the direction that you need to walk.
Yeah. This is really nice. Those are really nice puzzles, just because it's basically the same puzzle all the time, but with different clues on where to go. And you just have to watch out for the clues.
So there's another granny letter that once again we're going to be skipping. Oops. And we have some movement that we have to do here. Alright. So now we're coming into Worm Skip. Do you want to explain what we normally have to do here, Mod?
Well, normally, we have to clear a path for worm to dig its way through here. But yeah, that's annoying, and we don't like that, so we skip it.
Shoot, I'm usually better at this section.
Okay, so what we do with these skips is basically Steve positions Carto directly in between two map pieces.
There we go.
And then moves the map piece that we are standing in, and that sometimes glitches out her positioning, and we can get out of bounds or get a slight teleport to a place where we would normally not get to yet.
Yeah, so the worm, if you grab the worm, you can make him you can make the worm clear a path in order to get to where I just exited out. But now comes the fun one. This one is very inconsistent, and even if I set it up correctly, it still might say, no, I don't think so. So, since we did the first worm skip, we have to do this one. There's no way of getting around it. Because normally you would have to have the worm at this point, but since you don't have the worm and you can't get to the worm, then oh wow, that was good. Okay, never mind.
Nice.
You have to do that skip. That was super fast. I think that's the second fastest I've ever done that.
Yeah, right here, we have to do some Nazca line stuff. So basically, there are some rocks in the ground showing us a pattern that we need to lay out. But if we know what the layout needs to be, then we can just do it like this. And that spawns the current guardian of Mother and Mother in the center of this 3x3 plot.
Oops. Alright. This is all the setup that I need for an upcoming chapter. And we're done. Alright. So, double. We have a massive mashing section coming up, so if there's anything you want to promote, if there's any donations, anything, go for it right now. Alright, what's going on in this section, Mod?
Well, in this section, we are basically told what the ritual that I was talking about is all about. With all the messengers bringing saplings from their tribes, and Mother then selecting one of the saplings to incorporate her spirit for her regrowth. Yeah, each of the messengers introduces themselves to the current guardian, showing their sapling. And well, one of them, Chirp, doesn't have his own sapling, because he lost it. But fortunately, we found some plant sapling, which is not really a tree, but a plant anyway, when we entered this area. And yeah, he's just using that, and he hopes for the best.
Alright. Here, double.
Yeah, I was just having some weird issues.
You're fine. We still have a little bit more to go, so if you have anything else to promote or any donations, go for it.
All right. Well, we do have a very well-timed donation that I think you'll be happy to hear from Conception SR. $20 with the comment saying, "So happy to see Steve get to run Carto at this event. Proud of you, Steve. It's so charming. Keep crushing it." And I messed that one up. Anyway, this donation is also going towards the Grumpus color for Bugsnax Green, which puts Green in the lead with $20, and also for the Ape Escape 2, the closing run for this marathon, to add the DLC monkeys to the run. So
that's a really good one.
So yeah, thank you very much for your donation. Do you need me to keep talking more? Because I can say more things.
No, I think we are finishing up this section. All I have to do here is going ahead of what the game is telling us. They're like, oh well, we're gonna have this ritual for the tree. We don't know what's gonna happen. Why don't you go talk to the other messengers? So I already talked to all the messengers, and with doing that, it made me go forward with the mission even faster.
Yeah, and for some reason, Chirp with that not tree sapling is still selected by Mother, so he will be the next guardian.
Oh,
The next
my
book
arm
you're
is
starting.
my arm is hurting. I've been practicing for the past couple of days for this run, and it's a lot of mashing.
Yeah, mashing can do that to your arm. That's true.
I promise it's not anything else. All right. So now we're going into the chalet, and what happens in the chalet here?
Okay, the chalet. So, this is the story chalet, and he's the story tender, the guy with the glasses. This chalet has a very unique typewriter because the typewriter types by itself, and it types whatever happens currently in the world. So, the book that we were just standing next to basically told us the story so far, what just happened with Carto. And in here, let me see. What we want to get from here are some magical boots that increase our running speed, which is always a nice thing. And we also look for a way to get to the desert because we had a hint that our granny might be in the desert.
Yeah, from those notes that we've been skipping, uh, that's what's telling us where Granny is
Yeah.
supposed to be.
So yeah,
All right.
with some proper positioning of the stories of this building, we got the boots really quickly, and we're now out and back to the grassland.
And because we have everything all set up, all we're going to do is we find out from him that Mo sometimes shows up a little bit sandy. We don't know why. He doesn't know why. Mo doesn't know why. He only knows that when he sleeps, he ends up sandy sometimes. So we're gonna talk to him, and he says, "Well, I only show up when I'm sleeping. So maybe if you make me fall asleep, then I could show you."
Yeah, so now we need to find a way to make him go to sleep again. Because for some reason, normally when he works, he just falls asleep, but now he can't. So we talk to this teacher, and all the kids give hints to plants that can make you sleepy. And yeah, those hints tell us what plant and where to find it. So that's what Steve set up the map for, so that the proper map pieces are aligned correctly. And we can find the 3 plants as quickly as possible.
There we go. So now you saw everything just come right into play. That's why all the setup is totally worth it in the end, even if you lose a little bit of time.
Yeah, because otherwise you would have to do it now. So it doesn't really matter when you do it.
Right. And then the last one is in the circle. There it is. Alright. So now we got the 3 things that the kids told us about to make people sleepy. And we're gonna run over here and we're gonna talk to Mo once again. Yeah, and all of these things are going to make him very sleepy.
Yeah, he's yawning already, and now he falls asleep. And now we see that he's sleepwalking. And he sleepwalks directly to a tunnel surrounded by sand. Might that maybe lead to the desert? I don't know, but we'll see.
That was really good. Alright, so now we're going down here, and... Alright, I'm gonna focus a little bit as I have Mod explain more of this story, because this is my least favorite chapter in the entire game. I'm really bad at this, even with the routing.
Well, this is also the story which has, in my opinion, the least interesting story. Because we are in a desert with a tribe that lives in the desert, and we have people searching for water. With what you do in the desert, well, for water or cacti, because you can use cacti to stay hydrated. And on that note, stay hydrated, people. So yeah, here we again have to place the desert pieces in a specific way, or leave the map pieces in a specific direction hinted at by the game to get through the large desert. This combination log is really nice. It shows a sequence of turns for the map piece to do to open up the chest, and we take a gold coin out of it because we need that for a future puzzle.
This one is here. Sucks. Right.
Now then,
So this is some RNG that I need to work on here. All right. Then we're just gonna move that like that. Get that all set up. Okay, that actually works. All right, we're good.
yeah. So basically, the sign said to follow the footprints in the sand, and we just had to make sure that the footprints give a proper line, but we can't see it from the map mode. So that's why it's a bit harder to see which piece to put in which direction to get through there. We get ourselves a coconut because, well, we need something to store water in because the captain of the water seekers is dehydrated, and we have to find her and give her water to get on with the story.
All right. Nope.
And now here,
Nope.
I don't quite remember this puzzle, if I'm being honest.
We have to move all the cactus in like a corner.
Oh yeah, right.
So this now spawns in.
Yeah, so the cacti all had to be in the same position for that to spawn.
And then my least favorite puzzle in this entire thing. All right. So what we have to do here is we have to make it so it makes a wall showing up here. But the problem is getting it. I believe this. No, that's not it. Okay. We have to move everything so they're in a wall to spawn in something else.
Yeah.
I don't know where this is. Oh, okay, that's close. That's good. And now we just move this last one. Awesome. Everything's gonna get moved up
Nice.
a little bit.
So yeah, here's the captain of the water seekers, and well, we need some water for her. Now, how do we get that? Well, we have here a part of a dry oasis, but with a well. Maybe that well can help.
That's right. Oh, that's fine. Where are you?
What are you looking for?
The creature.
Oh, yeah,
mean-
right. We have to do the creature first. I completely forgot about that one.
Where is he? Where is he? Excuse me? Oh, no, I'm doing this wrong. Alright. I was ahead of myself.
Yeah, we first need to get the water, right?
Yes.
Yeah, thought so. That's what I had in mind. But I trusted you, and you do need that scarf.
Yep. You have to talk to this first before you can actually take the scarf.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yep. Otherwise, it'll just say another dialogue box. There. Like I said, this is my least favorite chapter in the entire game.
Yeah, and
I hate that.
As I said, the story here is not that interesting. It's a pretty basic story of, hey, we're dehydrated in a desert. We need water. Yeah, well, of course you're dehydrated in a desert because it's a freaking desert. So yeah, now we give her the water.
I was like, I have everything all lined up. I don't know what's going on here, because now we go after our next section where she's saying, well, there's a creature that burrows underground, but he stole our amulet that I found. I found the actual ruins that we've been looking for a while in this desert. But a little creature stole it from us, and he likes shiny things. Well, it just so happens that our shiny thing that we managed to collect is a coin.
Yeah, we've got a gold coin. That's a shiny thing as well. So with that, we try to lure out the creature.
Nope, it's still not working. Okay. I did something wrong at one point. There he is.
Okay, there he is.
So let's see where it is. Okay, that's fine. I think I know what I did wrong. Alright, we're almost done with this chapter, fortunately.
Yeah, and
Stay hydrated.
and then we'll never return here.
Yeah.
So every other map you return to, you do not return to the desert, and I am not sorry for that.
Alright. And with that, we are going to head back down here, and everybody that has been looking for their leader is now back here because she sent out that beetle to say where she was specifically.
Yep. And now we get to one of the puzzles that I really enjoyed when I first played this game, because I think it's a really nice idea if you understand what the game wants you to do. So in here, you now get shown the light silhouette of a castle, and you have to build this castle out of the desert map pieces that you've collected. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. I really like that.
Oops. Where's that other one? Oh, here it is.
There it is. Yep.
I was like, where is it? Because we need to have that. There we go. We got that.
Got the water. And now where might we place that tile of water? Well, maybe inside the dry oasis. And it's not a dry oasis anymore.
That was so bad. This chapter was so bad.
Well, happens.
Yep, I just completely forgot about getting the water. Alright, so now after this, we're going to run all the way over this way. We set everything up as we were supposed to. And, oops, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. All fine.
So we still didn't find Granny, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go underground and head back to the chalet, where we can get all of our research done.
Yep.
So I'm setting this up in a specific order so I can move to places a little bit faster than I would normally. It's gonna help us out later on for part of the run. Like I said, all these pieces are being placed in a specific order to help out in the future.
So yeah, big hugs with Cheyenne that we met again after, I don't know, 20 minutes of not seeing her. And she's really happy to see us. And the Star Tender tells us that the volcano is acting up. And Carto just thinks, well, with the volcano acting up and maybe erupting, that would be kind of bad for my grandma in the sky. So maybe I want to warn her, or do something about the volcano. So that's basically our next target. And here we have to set up the chalet in a way that the rooms are not connected to the entrance, so that they're called the question mark floors to make these other two rooms appear. and in one of which we get info on the volcano.
Alright. Yeah, there's a lot of mashing here. And then we're gonna move this just right here so we can leave. And we have to head back to the forest. Now, you remember that I set up the forest a little bit interesting last time that we were here. So I'm going to move this up here specifically to this spot for the sole purpose of me going up here. Normally you would talk to that guy. But when we were in here last time, the Seeker came out and gave us an amulet. And that amulet allowed for all these trees to move around.
Yeah, so basically we can now walk through the thick forest that we earlier could not walk through. And yeah, so we had to find Chirp. He says, well, let me ask the forest about how to get to the volcano. And the forest says something about a tree with an itch. So maybe we need to find a tree that's itchy and needs a scratch.
Alright, so this is why we set it up, because here's our tree that has an itch, looks like it's scratching. And now we're going to go up here and we are going to talk to our... Where is it? Did I not bring it over? I did not bring it over. Alright, that's fine. We're going to go talk to our friend Bear here. He's gonna say, yeah, I can help you get through that tree.
Yeah, I can scratch the tree for you, no problem. And yeah, the bear scratches the tree. And now the way through there is open. And we are again in the caves.
There we go.
However, we just have to connect these two map pieces and we are through to the next puzzle.
I hate the solution to this puzzle.
The solution to this, so the hint to this puzzle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The mountain comes alive, and each of these map pieces has a different amount of torches in it, from 1 to 4. And what the puzzle wants you to do is line them up from 1 torch to 4 torches, and then another piece with 5 torches appears where the entrance to the volcano is. I think it's good. Steve doesn't like it.
Oops.
I don't know why.
It just annoys me. Like, it's... I don't know, honestly. But it just gets on my nerves. Alright, and like this, we are going to finish this up by placing this on, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can just move this out of the way and move that up, and we are out of here.
Yeah, so...
And we're going on to the best chapter in the entire game.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the best chapter in the game, at least in the speedrun. So we are now at the volcano, and some geniuses had the idea to build an inn on the volcano. However, the reception guy talks in a very strong German accent, and we just don't like this, so we skip this. So yeah, basically, we move the map out of the way, go out of bounds, and go to the end of the map, to the end of the level, and we're done with the volcano.
Yep, that is the chapter.
Oh yeah, the reception guy, his text really suggests that he talks in a rather thick German accent, and I personally hate English with such a thick German accent as I just did. I'm German myself, so I can say that. Yeah, I don't like that. But I had to take the mickey out of him.
So that chapter, the volcano, is normally about 9 minutes long, and we just cut it down to about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's speedrunning for you, I guess.
The world record holder, once again, Nagel, he is a genius at finding all these stuff. He goes around and just tries to break this game. The problem with that is you can actually soft lock. I found out you can soft lock and actually break the game to where you can't play it. You have to uninstall it and reinstall it again. If you save while you're... Oops, I messed this up. While you save while you're out of bounds.
Well, why would you ever do that? I mean...
Oops. Let's try this again, Steve. There we go.
Yeah, these types of puzzles, I hated them as a kid. They're not too bad if you just get your head around. And now we
have to solve the last one.
Yeah, the last batch. And the last batch is the stakes are so high that you could never do it by hand, so we just move the rooms and we're done.
Alright, and this is the book that we have to talk about. It's a lot of mashing again, so if you have anything, double, go for it.
Alright, don't mind if I do. Allow me to remind you that you're currently watching Supporting Autism Speed Event. We're a marathon that raises money for the organization of Autism Research, which is a charity that strives to fund autism research as well as ways to enhance the quality of life for individuals with autism. You can find more information about Organization for Autism Research at their website researchautism.org.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, was that enough?
Yeah. We're all set. So we have to meet with... oh, did I put this in the wrong spot? I did. Oh, well. We have to meet up with Cheyenne up here. And by doing that, we now have the worm that we were supposed to pick up underground. But now, the worm, you're supposed to go into the items and look at the worm. He's leading us back to our hometown, because we have soil from the home area. That's what the story kind of suggests. But it's always the same pattern every single time, so as long as you memorize the pattern, then you can just go to where you need to go.
Yeah. And, well, Cheyenne's not really supposed to go back, so, she told that guy, that I earlier, said he, always sees mermaids. He told him, hey, we're just mermaids, it's all fine, you don't know us. And he said, oh, okay, you're mermaids, yeah, I don't know you. And now we just, well, we know now that our granny is somewhere on the iceberg, or at the iceberg, and we need to find a way there. And we hope that that this wandering tribe can give us some information about that. However, they are all kind of preoccupied with their fishing contest / festival / whatever. And there are some rather weird fish in there, and we need to catch 4 different fish. And what Steve does here is build a lake in the form of the fish we want to catch right well, next, because right now we don't really know about that fishing contest yet. However, yeah, so basically there are 4 different types of fish. We need to catch all of them, and for each we have to build the lake in the position that the fish looks like. And then
that's why I pulled out my phone, because I still have yet to memorize all the fish.
Yeah, so they are all looking kind of wonky, so it's not that easy to remember what they all look like.
And in order to figure out what fish they are, normally you would have to talk to the little boy that we talked about, or that was called a poodle at the beginning of the game. You would talk to him during the fishing competition to find out what shape you need to have the fish. So I just took a picture of it and have it on my phone.
Yeah. So basically, he gives you a drawing of the 4 fishes, and well, then you basically would have to go into your item menu, look at that picture, build one of the fish, fish it, and rinse and repeat.
Alright, and now we're into the fishing competition. We have to catch 4 fish throughout this entire competition. I'm gonna focus on trying to look at my fish on here. Because I always build one of them. I always build one of them wrong. It's gonna happen eventually. I think Nagel, in his world record attempt, built the first fish wrong. So this used to softlock the game, building the fish beforehand. But it got fixed. Which is really nice.
Yeah, so now we're just waiting for the fish to bite.
This is kind of random when the fish will show up here. Alright, so now we need that, that. I believe that is correct. Then that and this.
So yeah, look at the shape of this fish. I mean, I don't know how much toxic waste you would need to dump into the ocean to create such a fish, but let's please not try this.
Alright, this is the fish I always build wrong. Let's see if I can get it right first try this time. Highly doubt it, but... Alright, so is it a long one here? And then up?
Oh, yeah.
Or is...
Oh, this one. Yeah, that's...
Nope, I built it wrong. Every single time I build this one wrong. There we go. You know you got the right fish when it says the waters are stirring.
Yeah, so that's the one fish where the drawing is not quite precise on which is the long part.
I will always get that fish wrong. Alright, and now we're on to the last fish. We are going to go here. We need to move that one up. Oops. This one up this way, and then we're going to... Oops. I did that wrong. There we go. And the waters are stirring. This will be our last fish to catch. And we are out of there, and I don't have to have my phone open anymore.
Wonderful.
Alright, and then we're going to go over here, and we're going to turn in all the fish into Cheyenne's, or in this case, Rhiannon's father. And he's going to give us the map of the ocean so we can get to Granny.
Yeah.
Alright. So now we're heading on to another technical area here, and because Mod was so nice, we get to, do you want to build a snowman, Mod? Because we're about to build a snowman.
Yeah, of course I want to build a snowman. Building a snowman
I'm glad I
is nice.
practiced it.
I mean, I've just seen you do it before the run, so I know you can.
Alright, so can you explain what's going on here while a little bit of magic is happening here?
So, yeah, basically, the premise of this is, there's a legend of of 7 icebergs, but there's only 6 around that the people can find. So, and on the 7th iceberg, there's supposed to be a treasure that will help the people. So they really, really want to find that. And well, we want to help them. And Steve is just teleporting all over the place here to spots where he's not supposed to be at that point. But anyway.
There's a whole story that's supposed to be going on here where the old man, you're supposed to find the old man's backpack multiple times, and he says that he'll owe us, what is it, a cookie, or what is it? What was he gonna make us?
No, he'll give us a pickle.
A pickle, yes, a pickle.
He's totally into pickles, and he has his pickles in his backpack, and if we get him his backpack, then he'll give us a pickle. And there is the head of the snowman. So the first of 3 parts that we need to find.
So now we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna talk to this guy, and it was something that we kind of matched at the very beginning, but we had to talk to a girl in the very first chapter, a woman, and she says, if you ever find my son on your travels, give him this boat, it'll remind him of home. Well,
here he is.
It just happens that here he is. So it reminds him of home, luckily. So in chat, I want everybody to tell me what you think is going to be inside of the treasure chest.
Oh yeah.
Well, yep, because it's very important for the people.
Yep.
So now we're going to get the last thing that we need for the snowman. I always do this weird.
Let me give you guys a little hint. You will all like it. What's in that treasure chest?
Oh, this is it. There we go. All right. All right. Another snowman? That could be in there too.
Yeah, true.
All right, so now we have
also a good idea.
Alright, so now we are here, and we're just going to run back this way and get ourselves back to the entrance here, and we are, in turn, going to go down and build our snowman. We did what Elsa couldn't.
Yeah, right. My name is Olaf, and I love warm hugs.
All right, so now I'm doing a specific order here to place things so we can continue on with the story in just a little bit here.
Yeah, so basically upcoming is a puzzle that has you put these tetrominos in exactly these positions to solve the puzzle. So we just do it for that when we have to move them anyway. And we are instantly done with the puzzle, which is shown.
Normally on here it's shown up.
Yeah. So that the puzzle is done is shown by this monolith shooting out light instantly. Normally it wouldn't do that. That only happens after the puzzle is done.
And it, as you see on the side there, it shows one of the tetromino, whatever the word is. I always get that wrong. I'm terrible at Tetris.
Yeah, so on the right side we see that the lighthouse is glowing a bit.
Wrong one.
So that tells us, hey, maybe we want to send the light to the lighthouse. And the light bounces off the stone walls. Don't ask me why, it just does. And with the light being sent to the lighthouse, we get this new eye tetromino.
Alright, we're gonna go up here, we're going to move down here, and then we have to move everything into place.
Yeah, and
So we're gonna bring
that
this one
Itetromino,
down.
that Itetromino holds the 7th iceberg. And now you know why no one ever saw it, because it was hidden by this puzzle. Apparently.
There we go. Everything is all connected now, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, we're all set. All right, and all your predictions. Here they come into one play.
So we have food. We have another
A smaller
cinema,
chest.
a smaller treasure chest, or warm hug. I like warm hug.
I do too.
However, let me tell you, you are all wrong. Because of course, in this treasure chest, we have
Puppies!
husky puppies that have been hibernating. I never knew that huskies do hibernate, but apparently they do.
Yeah, so the whole story behind this, this is one of the story-related things that I like to explain. So the story behind this is, if you read inside of the chalet, there's a book that you can read that talks about something called Neverwinter.
Yep.
And if you give it to creatures, it will let them hibernate until necessary or the chest is opened up. And they gave these huskies the Neverwinter, and they went into hibernation, and we finally woke them up.
Yeah. The one thing I'm still kind of mad is that you can pet the dogs.
Yep.
There is no option to pet the dogs, and that's the only thing I'm kind of mad with the game mad at the game with is I hate that. I want to hug, I want to cuddle and pet them, but we can't. Sorry.
Alright, so I'm talking to everybody because, once again, Cheyenne is going to say, well, did you talk to everybody? Did you say goodbye? So I'm just talking to everybody to make sure that I get that all set.
Yeah, so,
and then
so
she's
basically, Cheyenne is a nice girl, saying, "Hey, don't just leave. Tell everyone goodbye." But yeah, we just want to leave because that would be faster.
Alright.
You can always pet the dog if you try hard enough. Well, tell that to the game. Okay, we are back at the Story Chalet. And we got a letter from Granny that she just can't drop below the clouds because the airship is, well, it just doesn't want to go below the clouds. So we have to find a way to get above the clouds. And the Star Chalet has been our kind of hub for the whole game. So maybe the storyteller has an idea, and he indeed does have an idea, because there is an observation deck, really high up. So yeah, but he can't quite remember how to get there. But of course, there's a book on it, because there's a book on everything in here.
Oh, by the way, this is actually the last chapter of the entire game.
Yeah.
We kind of forgot to mention that.
Yeah. Also, since this is the last time we will be in the Story Chalet, if you look at the books, you might see that they kind of look a bit like Among Us characters, and now you cannot unsee it. You're welcome. I've been told during my stream when I played this casually, and I can't unsee it now. So you have to suffer the same fate.
All right, so we see up high in the chalet that there is a tree that's built, and guess what? That was no plant. That happened to just be that just happens to be a parasite that took over the tree and made it that big. The ghost lily is not as simple as you make it out to be. Alright. So time timing is not. It's I would say in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, so we found out, okay, this observation deck is really high up, but it's fortunately still below the clouds. But that tree that Mother has become, that is really, really high. So yeah, let's go back to the tree, mash through a whole lot of dialogue, and then we just climb up the tree, and that will be the end of the run.
All right, so we're gonna go up to this tree, and we're just gonna run forward because Cheyenne is just like, you know what? I'm super excited to be up this high, and I'm gonna just show up by talking like 7 different times. It's only 4, but
Close enough.
we have to wait for her over here. And then she says, "We're still not high enough. I don't see Granny's. We're not above Granny. We're not above the clouds." So instead, we go into here, and we are going to build up everything.
Yeah, so this is the part where we have to connect all the map pieces so that there's just one big block of map for each chapter. And since we've done that for pretty much everything except the first one, because the fishing ruined it,
including the volcano. Isn't it exciting?
Volcano, yeah, it's just a huge map there. So yeah, nothing more to do here. The map is all fixed up.
Then we're gonna go over here, and she says, "Where's Granny?" Well, Granny is right here. We're gonna move it over. Timing will be coming up the second that the screen fades to white. So what's the ending here, Mod?
Yeah, the ending is that, hey, we are so happy to see Granny, and Cheyenne is also happy that we found our Granny. And, well, basically it's just a big reunion, and Granny wants to know everything that we encountered during our adventure, and we just all hop into the airship, and yes, we hop into it from above the clouds.
All right. And timing is coming up in 3, 2, 1, time. So, that was Carto. If you're interested in the run, we have a Discord. We also, you can go onto speedrun.com. There's a whole guide, like a beginner's walkthrough guide, for this entire game. It's very, like, he has a bunch of pictures and everything. Nagel, the world record holder, is super awesome. You can talk to me if you're interested. Play this game casually, though. It's super fun casual.
Yeah.
The story is actually really great. The volcano, even though it's short, it's still my favorite level, even though it's short, but the long version of it is still my favorite level. It's super funny.
Yeah,
like you'll see in
really good. It has such great characters. So I do suggest...
You'll see some of the characters coming up.
Yeah, I do suggest, if you like puzzle games, pick up Carto. If you like the art style, pick up Carto, because it's just such a great game. I had such a great time playing it casually, and I can't wait to find the time to learn the speedrun just to play it more.
I am a I have the Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. If you have the Xbox Game Pass, it is free right now. So if you're interested in just playing it casually, you can do it here, or do it there for free on the Xbox. If you have Game Pass, you can also play it on the PC for free too with Game Pass. We have just a little bit of time here. I know my estimate was a 120. If it's okay, Double, I want to show the ending here. The ending is really cute.
Yeah, it is.
No worry, that's fine. I just wanted to echo that. Yeah, this is a game that I would recommend as well. I have played this casually myself. I haven't beaten it yet, but I have played this casually, and it is very recommended. It is
Yeah.
such a unique puzzle game with its map building mechanic. The usual spiel I have here to describe this game is if Carcassonne was a puzzle game.
That's good. Yeah, that's a really good. Uh, now I'm missing the word.
Analogy?
Analogy. Thank you. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. As I said, I'm German. I'm not a native speaker, so
Neither am I. It's fine.
And I'm dumb. So.
Don't say that about yourself. What are you talking about, Mod? But yeah, the ending of this is really cute. If you don't want to spoil the surprise ending, double, just don't watch the stream for the next, like, 2 or 3 minutes. But...
Yes, let me not watch the stream I'm supposed to run.
I mean, you can just listen. Well, you can't even listen to us if we are talking about it. Well.
Yeah. Oh, sorry to spoil the ending here,
Yeah.
but yeah. So all of this, I've had my hands off. Luckily, like Mod said earlier, hydrate.
Yeah. So this all runs through automatically. We visit all the places that we've been to.
And then we can speed up this last credits section here.
Yeah, because like a good Marvel movie, we have a post-credit scene.
Alright. So here we go. You think this is the ending, but it's not.
Yeah, the game's just trolling.
So here's Cheyenne. She finally moved away. She sailed on a boat and got her own place. And a note from Granny falls down.
Well, not a note from
She
Granny,
goes up.
it's a note from...
Can you read this? Can you read this note for us, Mod,
Yeah,
in
sure.
your voice?
Yeah, sure. Dear Cheyenne, it's so nice to be back with Granny, but I miss you lots. The skies have been beautiful. It's only been a week, but we've already seen so many amazing things. We even made it through another storm. Prepared for anything now. Thank you for being such a great friend to me. I hope you find wherever you're meant to be, and I'm sure I'll see you there soon. Also, you won't believe what I found hiding on the airship. One of the iceberg pups smuggled aboard. Good thing she likes seafood stew. Anyways, we all miss you. Write me back when you can. Love, Carto. P.S. Granny says hi.
So after the note, Carto, I miss you too. And then we get a puppy!
Get more puppies! Yay!
Aw, where'd you come from? Good girl.
And this good girl gets well, what's the most akin to a pet that the dogs will get in this game?
But anyway, that is the actual ending. Thank you for watching
Yeah.
once again. I do a lot of fast speed runs. I run over 30 games. I'm doing a speed run a month this year. I've kept up with that. Also follow Mod. He runs a lot of games as well. And yeah, if you're interested, just join us. Do you have anything else, Mod?
I don't have anything else. So yeah, like I said, if you like puzzle games, pick up Carto. If you like games with cute graphics, pick up Carto. Just basically pick up Carto because it's a great game.
Yeah.